Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that can hear the sound of my voice to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Joining me is Tom
Hey.
and Soflo.
Hello, everyone.
Before we begin the show, there's a quick announcement. Chris York is sick, so there will be no episode of the 14 Slip tonight. So I think he's done a community post, but I know we have fans that overlap. So I'm just letting everyone know as well. He will not be doing the 14 Slip tonight.
Okay.
Well, I hope he gets better.
Yep. And enjoy some Ark Raiders footage. And Tom has some news stories, and SoFlo has a topic he wishes to discuss. So that was your cue, Tom.
Me first.
Yeah, SoFlo said you go.
Yeah, you could go first.
Oh, okay. Well, before we do that, do we want to at all talk about the big news story that we in England all woke up to, which is Trump abducting and dethroning the president of Venezuela, just like that?
Don't care. Don't want to talk about politics. Don't listen to the news.
Oh well, it's a pretty big deal, but okay, fair enough.
We stole the Falklands in the 80s. I mean, if he just wants to repeat Thatcher's mistakes, then, that's up to him. But
well, I hope he's got... Venezuelans are meant to be very, very happy about this. In fact, because my late brother used to teach out there, I'm in contact with a handful of people out there. I touched base with them, and people who are out there are thrilled about this. Well, I guess be careful what you wish for, I guess, simply because Trump had better do a better job of replacing the administration.
isn't he just going to annex it?
Oh, no. Well, I don't know. He's not going to do that, but...
it sounds like that's what he's going to do. He's going to annex it.
Oh, my word.
Well, welcome to the United States, Venezuela.
So that way they can have their pedo paradise in Venezuela.
Damn. Shots fired.
Oh, my word.
I know you like that one, Tom. I agree with you on that one. I think that's exactly what they're planning. Everyone's saying it's the oil. I think, it's the oil and it's that. So they have an industry, and then they have an industry that can fund that. So there you go. There it is.
Oh, my days. Well, we will wait and see. As long as they do more than they did in Iraq, which was absolutely nothing, and just leave it to mayhem and insurgency and an immense amount of car bombs and IEDs and things.
That's what I'm really afraid of, because we don't want something messed up like that. That's right close to our backyard. That's going to be a mess like that, and that's what it looks like that they're going to do. Because Trump said today, "This is it. We're not going to do any more now." He said that in his address to the nation. We did what we had to do, and that's it. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to drop their hands. Typical, and this really has nothing to do with parties or anything. Every single party has done this, and that's the problem with the United States with their foreign affairs. It's just they like getting into wars and being the police, throwing guys out, and then not neutralizing the situation, not building on top of that, where you have to start a new structure. They don't do that.
Well, exactly, and they need to.
They're not masters of colonization like the British. Let's put it that way. They're not masters of it. They could bitch all they want about the British thing. Oh, you're a bunch of colonizers. Well, yeah, because we're smart. You're not, because you're dumb. So there you go. Don't get me wrong. I love my country. I love everything I get here. But their foreign policy, they're not masters of it. They think they're Rome and Britain, and they will never touch those empires ever. When history looks back on the United States of America, everyone's going to realize what a fuck up, and it's part of the the expression, but that's how I feel about it, and it frustrates the hell of me, but that's how I feel.
Because of foreign policy mostly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, God, we could talk all day about this. So, should we say we'll just watch Venezuela closely and see what happens in the next week? Would be very interesting to talk about that in the future.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Richard saying to himself, "This is why I didn't want to talk about politics." So there you go.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
let's move on. What I've got here is from The Week magazine. It Must Be True: The Best Tabloid Stories of 2025. There's a handful of these. A lorry driver from Barnsley had to spend 6 days in intensive care after eating 3 kilograms of cola bottles in 72 hours. Nathan Remington, 33, ordered a bulk bag of the sweets after developing a sudden hankering for them and found that he couldn't stop eating. By the end of his binge, he was sweating profusely and was in so much pain that he couldn't walk. In hospital, he was treated for inflammation of the intestine, diagnosed as acute diverticulitis, which I've never heard of. It was really stupid, he admitted. Now, I don't know about you, but after 3/4 of a bag of Haribo type sweets, I start to feel sick. My body is telling me that I've had enough. You know?
Yeah.
He must
I mean,
have had a
take
strong
our
addiction
favourite
to them.
drumstick squashes. I mean, 3/4 of the way through a bag of them, you keep eating them, but you're like, actually, this really is like stopping being nice. I'm starting to get a real sickly feeling from this, and they just feel heavy and weighty and overly sweet, and you've had enough. How come that guy didn't kick in? I mean,
Stupidity. I don't know. No, sometimes when you like something and you're addicted to it, you can't stop eating, and you figure, I know it's gonna make me sick, but I'm gonna eat it anyway because that's what I want. I want the 5 seconds of pleasure from it. So there you go.
It's a very curious thing. I mean, I've never heard of somebody making themselves ill from too much sweets. I don't think I've ever actually heard of that. My mum always used to tell us we were going to do it when we were kids. My mum would always say, "Oh, it's too many sweets, make you sick." And oh no, I tell a lie. No, I did. I tell a complete outrageous lie, having just remembered the truth. I had a sleepover with a mate once, and we both ate too many sweets and drank too much Tango and puked up everywhere. Little bit like Neil in the In-Betweeners that time.
Yeah, the sausages. Great show. I miss comedies like that.
Oh, it is. It's one of my kids has really become fond of it. I mean, that is a show. What would the In-Betweeners have looked like if America had tried to do it? They couldn't do it. They can't.
Well, you don't need to imagine there is a pilot for the American In-Betweeners.
Oh, it must have been awful.
Oh yeah, it's even worse than you're imagining.
Is it worse than the American pilot of Red Dwarf?
I think it was on MTV too.
Yeah, it was on par.
Oh, that's what happened this week. MTV stopped playing music videos. No more music videos on MTV or MTV channels.
But it's the music television channel. That's what MTV stands for.
I know it's still going to be called MTV, but it's like they're not going to have music videos anymore.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean,
do they have a music television channel in Great Britain still at all, or no?
There's a couple on Freeview that just do music 24/7, but there's nothing else. It's just old music videos and stuff.
I think YouTube has pretty much killed all of that. YouTube and Spotify between them.
The United States, America is is too trendy. Once the trend goes down, they figure, oh, that's it. Let's get rid of it altogether, and that's it because there's no money in it. Because it's the United States is 100% embracers of capitalism, and if they can't capitalize on something, they figure that's it. It's useless to us. That's how Americans feel. I don't feel that way. I mean, I wish there still was MTV. I used to like to watch MTV, but they haven't seen where now I gotta watch Jersey Shore with a bunch of spoiled brats in New Jersey. Did you ever get a chance to visit New Jersey, Richard, when you were in the States?
Yeah, I've been to New Jersey.
And the weather's a lot similar to Jersey, England, isn't it?
It's warmer, but yeah. And you get raccoons and groundhogs and red-tailed hawks and all kinds of cool wildlife and chipmunks. Wild chipmunks.
So then you heard about the cryptid there, the Jersey Devil. Did you do any research of that?
Yeah. I've heard of the Jersey Devil. I looked into it. It looks like a case of mass hysteria, honestly. So I misidentified a Bigfoot, and that's it.
Yeah, I used to live up there for a bit. I told you and Phil that my Bigfoot experience. That's where I got. I was living with my grandmother, and it was actually a beautiful night. It gets cool there at night. I had the windows open, and I heard the rustling and this howling. So that's where that story came from that I told you and Phil. So that's why I always had a fascination with Bigfoot. So I'm digressing. I'm getting off the subject, but it's
cool. It's all good. I think
do we have another article from this list?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's have a look at another one. Oh, this is a great one. A Malaysian man was reported to be offering his services as a villain for hire for men who wanted to come across as heroes by fighting him off in front of their girlfriends. Shazali Sulaiman, 28, said that he started his business after being told that his unkempt hair and biker clothes made him look like a gang member. Are you tired of your partner thinking you are weak? For a reasonable fee, I can help you prove them wrong, he promised on social media. Clients can decide the precise time and place for all the confrontations. It's all just an act, he added. No one gets hurt. I'm the only loser.
I mean, that's an old trick. That's been around for a while. People in British pubs have been doing that for years.
Oh, hang on. Have they?
Yeah? You've never heard of this? The old getting one of your mates to hit on the girl, and then you be like, "Oh, hey, she's not interested. Bugger off."
I'm not sure I have. The only time I've ever encountered that, it's in Back to the Future. Marty tries to do it to George. He's meant to bundle in and go, "Hey, you, get your damn hands off her."
I mean, it worked there, didn't it?
Yeah, only because Tannen turned up and he had to do it for real.
Yeah, but it still worked.
Yeah.
They got married. They had kids.
I love those films. I've rewatched them all in the last couple of months because I found the soundtrack on a CD in a charity shop, and I'm a sucker for physical media and owning music, and so I grabbed that and had it on in the car. So cool. Such variety.
I'm a fan of two of the movies. That's just...
Which one fails for you? I wonder. It's
Back
either
to the Future 2 is just a steaming pile of crap.
I love it.
That my autism forces me to sit
I'm on
through.
board. I know it's silly. I know it's totally up itself, and I know it's really.
Okay. How did Biff Tannen take the time machine back to Doc and Marty if he'd completely changed history?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You won that one fair, square, and pretty darn quick. Because it would have.
I think what
Canon,
Tom's
it would
trying to
have gone.
say is that it was an entertaining film, but you're
It
bringing
would have
up a
gone.
very good point.
No, it would. It would have gone back to the alternate 1985.
Yeah.
Why would he have even bothered?
He wouldn't have even built the time machine because he did that. Biff had taken over the town and had him committed. So the DeLorean never would have been built in the first place.
Well, then you've got the causal paradox that you
Yeah.
get in the Terminator and things.
Yeah.
Well, there's a special name for it. I forget. It's a causal loop paradox or something. Oh, anyway. But then without the time machine to be invented, Biff, because that actually the entire plot actually completely falls apart very quickly when you break it down.
Under the tiniest bit of scrutiny.
Well, what? Because in doing that, in Biff Tannen changing the past, that's he'd have had Emmett Brown would have been committed. He never would have made the time machine originally. In that, he never would have made the time machine that made the future visit possible.
And it's not even the most annoying plot hole in the trilogy. The most annoying plot hole by far is in the third movie, where they're like, "Oh shit, we haven't got any gas. What are we gonna fucking do?" And they've got an entirely separate time machine in a cave waiting for fucking Marty to pick it up in the future.
Well, it's one thing that doesn't make sense to me at the start of Back to the Future 3 is how do they how does he power it? Is it still using the nuclear?
Yeah, it's still got the Mr. Fusion. They just can put trash into it. That's fine.
Okay.
Getting it up to 88 miles an hour, that's fine. It's just they've got one that Marty comes back in a time machine that Doc left for him, but that time machine is still there waiting for him when he goes back in time. So they've got a second DeLorean with a full tank of gas. Why didn't they just take the gas out of that DeLorean?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
It's just
what a shambles.
Yeah, there's so many plot holes. It just winds me up. But
he'd only how long had Doc Brown been in the past?
Yeah,
it must have been long enough for him to make all those inventions.
The first one was the best. The second one I thought was entertaining. And the third one to me was totally unforgettable. I can't even recite to you any scene from the third one. It was just, let's put them out west and hippie high, this and that, and just.
Well, they kind of had to. It is fucking well known that if you do a sci-fi show for too long, you've got to do a western episode. Don't ask me why.
True.
In England, what they always seem to do is send them on holiday.
Well, England's a good example. Even Red Dwarf did it.
When did they go on holiday?
No, did a western.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Gunman of the Apocalypse. That's so funny. That is
far and away is the best episode of Red Dwarf. Gunmen of the Apocalypse.
You think so?
I'll die on that hill.
Oh, it is. Everything about it is fabulous. The Riviera Kid, Dangerous Dan McGrew.
Yeah. The Riviera Kid. Dun, 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 dun.
Sir, I really can't eat any more raw coffee. 2 more bowls.
Smeeky.
Oh, that is special.
Fucking great episode.
Well, in England,
season 6 as a whole was just perfection. Like, there's not a single bad episode of season 6.
No.
And there have been some good episodes since in 7, 8, 9, 10, except Back to Earth. Back to the Earth just sucked.
Yeah.
But I feel they should have ended it at season 6 because Out of Time was just the best ending.
Yeah. Most of season 7. I remember watching it when it came out when I was a late teenager, and me and my brother were just like, this just is not funny. We're just not laughing.
I mean, season 7's got a couple of good moments, like Tika to Ride taking JFK back to assassinate himself was pretty cool. I like that. You got the fucking Rimmer song in season 7. That's pretty good. But yeah, that's about it. Thinking about it.
Well, even those bits didn't do an awful lot for me. Season 8 had Crikey TV, which I thought was a really funny episode.
Yeah. Fucking, I completely forgot that Kill Crazy's Max Branning in EastEnders now. I hardly recognised him. Kill Crazy from season 8 of Red Dwarf is in EastEnders as Max Branning.
Oh. Must have been rather young looking.
Yeah, he is. I didn't notice.
Okay. I'll look that up and check it out later. Now the later episodes of Red Dwarf, the only one that I actually thought was certified genius is it's
Skipper.
Yeah, I think so. It's the one where, oh god, I think it's Skipper. It's a season closer for season 11 or 12, I think.
Where Rimmer goes through multiple dimensions looking for a new one.
Yeah, and
Skipper.
doesn't he manage to? Isn't the whole plot that he manages to screw up his own life in every single possible dimension?
No, none of them's good enough. The whole point is just. Anyway, this is SoFlo's never seen Red Dwarf. This is rude. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Have any of you seen Sense8? Have you ever watched Sense8?
No.
Remember Sense8? Oh no.
No, go on.
That was the must have only been in the United States. It was a apocalyptic futuristic show. It was pretty good, but
Speaking of apocalyptic future shows, the new season of Fallout's kicking ass. 3 episodes in, and it's just been great. Me and Nikki watched the last season of Stranger Things.
Oh, right.
How was that?
How do I describe? I liked it better than season 3 and 4.
I'm not one of those people that really lost themselves in Stranger Things. I mean,
I lost myself in the first season. I'm gonna freely admit it that I really only think the first season of Stranger Things is really good. I think the second season is good. It's not great. It's good. The third season is a steaming pile of wank that never should have existed. The fourth season is better by comparison to the third season.
Okay.
And season 5 was all right. It was watchable. The ending is a bit iffy, but on the other hand, I genuinely, like in Game of Thrones, in season 8, you can tell that they didn't give a shit. That they just wanted to end it because they were going to go off and do Star Wars, which they did such a bad job of Game of Thrones, they didn't get the contract, which I find hilarious. But you can tell the showrunners at the end of Game of Thrones don't give a shit. Can we all agree to
that? It really, really felt like it.
You can tell in Stranger Things that they care, that they're trying to give you the best possible ending. And I think they did a good enough job, and it could have been a lot worse.
I kind of like the way Game of Thrones ended. It pretty much ended the way I thought it was going to end.
It was miserable.
It was basically it was. I guess it was kind of biblical, if you want to say. It was like elevating the meek from the aristocracy, and the aristocracy, putting them below the meek. That's pretty much, I think, what they were trying to get at. But it was kind of messy the way they did it. It was messy. I admit it could have been written better, and it wasn't.
It just had
If
no purpose. All the storylines throughout the show, not one single one of them had a satisfactory ending.
Yeah, you're right. But what
It,
that whole, I mean, so like there were Cersei being pregnant. They did
yeah,
absolutely nothing with that. It
they
went
did
nowhere.
nothing with Jon being a Targaryen. They
Yeah,
did nothing with the Dragon Queen's arc. They did nothing really with Tyrion's character. It
they
just
did. They did. What else did they do? Nothing with. Oh, the Brienne and Jamie. They did nothing with that.
well, see, now they could have a whole new series to tell you that story after this House of the Dragon. Uh, how do you feel about House of the Dragon?
I watched season 1 and thought it was rather good and rather liked it. I do think there is a massively big chance that G.R.R. Martin is going to die before he finishes the books. I mean, he's
Yeah,
right.
100%. And in
yeah.
fact, I've got money on the publishing company hiring a hitman and taking him out so they can finish the books with a ghostwriter.
I don't know. They'll
I kind of agree with that.
but
Just
he's
be like, he
currently
finished them, guys. He had them all in a safe. Here you go.
well. I don't. There's something like that. But the I mean the Winds of Winter. I mean, it's become such a leviathan for him. I mean, he is with that book where I was with my record. The difference is I started when I was 25 and finished when I was 40. He can't afford to start when he's 75 and finish at 90 because he might not make it and he's still got one more book to go. What he needs to do is admit he needs help with this one. He needs to get a team of people in and get them to edit the whole thing down and refine it, because apparently it's like it's a 2,000-page epic tome that he hasn't finished and hasn't begun editing.
Yeah.
The Winds of Winter.
I don't think he wants to finish it because
He doesn't want it enough.
I just
Or
don't think he
something
wants
like
to
that.
finish it because at this
Too
point
much in his own way.
fucked. He's got to make an ending that's better than the show's ending, and I don't think he's got it in him. And besides which, can we just talk about the books for a second? The first 3 books are fucking awesome, and then from Feast of Crows onwards, it gets shit. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh,
I'll be honest with you. I haven't read the books. You know what I do? I go on Wikipedia and read the outlines of them on there just so I know what they're about. And from following it that way, I kind of got lost on it after the first 3 or 4 books. It's like with Dune. Dune's pretty good, and like the first couple of books are really good, and then after that, it just you get
Yeah.
lost. And I love Dune. I love the movies, and I'll say this, and I always argue with Star Wars fans about this. And I tell them it came before Star Wars, it influenced Star Wars, and it's far superior to Star Wars. It's one of the best science fiction that there's ever been in media, but I do have a problem with the books. But I always like movies. I like the first movie in 1984 that they made. Some people always used to knock that down. I love that movie. I love the film version and I love the TV version of it. So that explains it to you because I don't know. A lot of people don't use their brains. I don't mean to be critical, but some people don't use their brains when they're watching science fiction. So you got to use your brain when you're watching science fiction, especially good science fiction.
I agree. I like the Doom series and I like the movies. Jesus, we're massively off topic here. Another article, Tom.
Okay, I'm gonna make it. I'll do the last one. I'll make it a good one.
Gabby disagrees.
Oh, this is a good one. A man who bought a £20,000 car to replace his stolen Honda Civic discovered that his new car was actually his old car. Ewan Valentine, 36, from Solihull, woke up in February to find that his Honda had gone. He later spotted the same model with a lower mileage on sale some 70 miles away and went to pick it up. It was only when he was on his way home that he noticed some familiar looking items, a tent peg and Mars bar wrappers lying around in the vehicle, and found his parents' address in the sat-nav. I nearly crashed, to be honest, he said.
What they do, crack it open
like
and lower the mileage.
Yeah.
Damn.
That sounds to me like something would happen to Victor Meldrew or Larry David. You can imagine an episode of, One Foot in the Grave or Curb Your Enthusiasm where that happens.
I have to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm in parts because it's so cringy. I often have to
It's
pause
excruciating.
it and bite myself.
It's excruciating viewing, seeing this guy just screwing it up again and again and again. My favorite episode is in season 1, Beloved Aunt. The most unfortunate typo. And they made it into the newspaper. And what I love is that they're not afraid to say it in the show over and over and over again. And every time somebody says it, they this one like old ancient granny in the family goes and howls with the anguish. It's so. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Beloved Aunt.
I do.
Oh, it's genius. It's absolute exquisite, agonizing genius. So there we are.
Yep.
That's I think 3 news articles from Best of 2025 is probably plenty. So Flo, did you have a big story?
I enjoyed those, Tom. Thank you so much for those.
No,
I always enjoy those news stories. Yeah, I did. I read. I go and I'm not gonna lie. I go on Wikipedia. I Google stuff. I have books that I read, and it just bugs me. I look at backgrounds of celebrities and everything, and I'm reading about AI, and AI is just. And I know Richard agrees with me on this. I think it's just totally gonna destroy civilization. But I do think the Nepo babies that already have their benefits of their parents who are connected, whether alive or dead or murdered, they're gonna reap the rewards of AI because they're probably investing that money in AI anyway, and they're gonna reap the rewards of that because most Nepo babies are very unoriginal anyway, and it's a total. AI to me is a total bow to unoriginality. It just lets genuflect and unoriginality, and it's like when I was younger. I mean, I really had an interest in music. I studied music. I studied opera. I tried playing the piano, but I really sang opera. I wouldn't say I was the greatest opera singer, but I did good where I could get by. But there's so much disadvantages to getting into the music business. It's so damn hard as it is. And then you see these Nepo babies. And now I'm reading how AI. Saw an interview with I think it was Gene Simmons with Kiss, and he was explaining how AI has totally changed the direction of the way the music business is going to go. I mean, really, I think I was texting you this yesterday, Richard, about how the music industry they don't like to pay royalties to the creators as it is anyway, and AI is perfect for them because that's going to cut out the creators. They don't need the creators anymore because all they have to do is punch in. Oh, I want this tune that with this arrangement to with a guitar in it, with some strings, whatever, and boom, there you got it. It puts it out. I mean, it puts it out in a matter of seconds. I mean, it's just go. To me, it's totally going to destroy up and coming artists coming who have been trying to get into the business for years, and that it.
Yeah, I definitely worry about this kind of thing for sure, because
It's not going to affect the nepo babies.
Who are the nepo babies, or younger generation?
Yeah. Well, no. The nepo babies are the the offspring of the famous people who are in the business, who are connected to either to a producer, a singer, or an artist, or a
Right.
writer.
Charlie Sheen would be a very good example.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's one of my favorite ones, so I kind of like him, though he does. But yeah, he's a true nepo baby. And Taylor Swift, she's a nepo baby. Her family's so rich that she just said, "Oh, Daddy, I want to go. I want to get into the music business. I could write a song." And okay, honey, because really, that's all you have to do to get your stuff published, and for them to listen to and accept it. It's how much you give them, which is about $6 million. You got to give them just to get into the damn industry. The music business is horrible. I really would, even though I am an atheist, Richard. You know that.
Yep.
But I truly believe that the devil controls the music business. He's there all the time. And I love music. But, I have a bunch of cool mixes on my YouTube. I always listen to music every day, but it just
Nikki really loves music. She's got an encyclopedic knowledge of it. It's weird.
really,
Hmm.
yeah. How does she feel about AI in music?
Same as me, but only less extreme. She thinks it's just going to turn everything into AI slop. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. When they put it in Roombas, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
And people still think I'm crazy,
No,
you're not.
I mean, the threats from AI are so. There's so many. I mean, it threatens to make us incredibly lazy, and not being. Threatens to make us incredibly lazy and incredibly unproductive. And because it just rehashes so much of what's gone before. I mean, like, I've got a mate of mine at work makes his music through AI, and he's a poet, and he writes poems, and he puts them into an app called Suno. Decides what genre he wants, and it AIs everything up and turns it into an alarmingly professionally sounding produced song. And it sounds like pretty standard stadium prog rock, but you'd never guess it's AI. You'd never guess it wasn't a real band and real people making the music. You'd never know. It's alarmingly good, and it is. It's I agree with you, Soflo. It's incredibly worrying for the future of the industry for sure.
Well, I have a music AI program where it won't allow me to create my own melody, but I could create my own lyrics. I want it to
Right.
allow me to create my own melody and arrange it to what instruments. It tells me, oh, you can use these instruments and those instruments, but it won't allow me to create my own melody. I don't know why no one has ever developed a computer program that can do that. I mean, especially with AI, I'm sure they can do that. If they did that, that would at least give the creator some sort of benefit for it. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me, but I have my disabilities which I have to deal with as it is. I mean, I hear stuff in my head. I put it down on my notes and stuff on my phone, but I have to I have to email to myself so it's saved. Because everything that gets upgraded, you end up losing everything.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, you
It's,
guys are all talking about AI as a threat to people's jobs, but it's going to destroy us as a species.
Oh yeah, it's like Terminator. That's exactly what
No,
Terminator is.
no, it's not like Terminator. Terminator's a film. It's reality because robots have a job to complete, and they have to complete that job in the most efficient manner possible. And they're all going to realize that humans are the inefficient part of any plan and eliminate us. It won't even be particularly bright AI. It will just be like, this is the problem, this is the solution. All humans must die.
And us smart ones are going to suffer for it. So there you go. That sounded arrogant of me, but oh well.
That's okay. We're petty and ill-informed.
President Donald Trump's investing all his money in AI, so there you go. That tells you right there it's happening.
Oh.
Because he cares so much about the American people and the world. There, I threw another bomb out there.
This is all prescient stuff. Tom, what do you think?
Pardon?
What do you think?
Well, of AI?
Yeah.
Well, I think it presents multiple threats and multiple problems. I think it really undermines, in order of sort of least important to most important. Firstly, it's making us very lazy. Secondly, it's making how is anyone going to learn at university? How is anyone going to learn when it's so tempting to get AI to try and do anything and everything for you? I mean, I'm already experiencing that with our 16-year-old and his trying to get him to do his maths homework. You just have to ask Siri what the answer is and things, and it just totally undermines the concept.
Really?
Homework. I mean, homework is AI. I mean, Googling was bad enough, but AI is a whole new level. I mean, what is the point of any kids trying to, any secondary school teachers setting homework for anything? What is the point when AI can do it for them? And that's just an increasingly widespread problem, getting AI to do all your homework for you and do all your thinking for you. It's just more and more of a thing, apparently. So that really bothers me. And I would suspect that students, of course, universities use AI to check essays for AI. And students will be more thinking how they can get round that rather than just actually doing the proper work. So that kind of thing is always a problem that always bugs me. And yeah, in the IT industry, AI does loads and loads of job interviews. I mean, they're getting so absurdly and alarmingly lazy with that, and so everyone who wants a job in IT in California is not thinking, how do I convince anything, or how do I convince a person, but how do I convince a machine? So all these things worry me. The impact on the creative industries worries me, but mostly, well, it's what you say. I mean, how do we know we're not creating something that will annihilate us?
It totally will.
I think what they want to do is create androids and put our conscience in them, so that way we have immortality. That's what they're
Digital
striving for.
immortality. That's the diet soda of immortalities.
It is. But that's how bad they are. Truly mad scientists. This is how they think. It's you know what it is. It's those damn liberals. That's what it is. Those damn liberals. That's what it is.
Damn liberals. What have they done?
I don't know. I trust me. They're not any better. But you know what? This is the problem I have with Americans. People who put 120% into Trump and the right, just because the liberals piss people off, doesn't mean that that Republicans are right. I don't like either one. They're both corrupt.
Fair.
You know. And you know, like what?
Well, hang on. Are we going to talk about politics or not? Because I was about to talk about the depressing state of British politics going into 2026.
No, we're not going to talk about politics.
No, I agree.
So basically, your politics is as bad as ours. So there you go. So that's what I mean. That if AI doesn't destroy us, we're going to destroy ourselves. That's what I think. But if we wait to progress to AI, we definitely will be destroyed by AI.
Oh, aliens. Or maybe dinosaurs. Who knows?
How is that going? Are they getting closer to bringing back the dinosaur?
No, I don't think they are. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's ever going to be possible.
Oh well.
How about the thylacine? How's that coming along?
I think we're good on that.
All right.
Well, the good news for dinosaur fans is that they're never going to stop making Jurassic Park videos, movies, because every single time there's more. Every single time they're no matter how bad the films are, people go and see them. They're like the Transformers franchise. They just never end because people keep going.
They ended.
I'll tell you what, though, those King Kong and Godzilla American movies are shit. They're total shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you have to. Why does every movie these days have to be all dark and gritty and stuff? I mean, it's two giant monsters duking it out. Why can't we have a laugh with it? Why does the stories have to be so dramatic?
Because it's all Batman's fault. The Dark Knight, your buddy Christopher Nolan. Ooh, dark and mysterious. Ooh. You know what?
Yeah,
the Academy Awards, they wanted to give Christopher Nolan the Academy Award, and they did for Oppenheimer. So there you go. He is not one of my favorite directors. I do not like Christopher Nolan. I think There you go. And you just know he's a Nepo baby. You just know he knows somebody in the business and he just got there and he just does whatever he wants to do. And he does these weird movies that are, ooh, ooh, my, I have family. They love him. They think he's a god. And it just, yeah.
Damn. I like The Dark Knight, but I did not care for The Dark Knight Rises. There's a movie with some massive plot holes in it.
What the Dark Knight franchise?
Yeah, I didn't even
third
attempt
one.
it.
The third. I wasn't. I didn't mind that one so much.
And the plot holes were too big in that one for me. It just wound me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, his city's under siege, but I'm going to take a few hours to draw a massive flaming bat on the side of a bridge.
He's gonna let them know he's Batman. He sees them. He's coming after them.
Like, even with his technology, that's a few hours' work. And I'm sorry, but he's got better things to do than that. And Lucius is apparently too good to work at Wayne Enterprises with a machine that can scan for everyone in the city, but not too good to drown himself to save the city from a fusion bomb by activating the fail safes. And don't even get me started on Talia al Ghul's death scene, because if that's the cut they used, what the hell was on the cutting room floor? That's what I want to know.
I can't.
It's Hollywood gobbledygook.
Liam Neeson's character.
Yeah, that was in the first one.
The first one was good. See, I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was good.
Batman Begins. It was strange to see Christopher Nolan taking on a superhero film, but it worked.
Well, Batman doesn't really count, does he? Because he's just a...
He's just a psychopath who puts on a black costume.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really a superhero, let's be real.
He's an asshole.
And all his villains are just gang leaders in weird costumes.
He always gets rid of the middleman, but he never gets rid of the main villain. So he's not the working man superhero. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and I think that's why Christopher Nolan
hero.
was prepared to work with him, because he's not really a superhero. Well, anyway, I think that'll do it for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.